Question 1. Outline the steps a security guard should take upon discovering a potential electronic surveillance device in a sensitive area. A. Immediately remove and destroy the device. B. Report the discovery to a supervisor and secure the area. C. Ignore the device, as it may be part of regular security measures. D. Announce the discovery to the public to warn them. Answer: B. Report the discovery to a supervisor and secure the area. Upon discovering a potential electronic surveillance device, the security guard should report the finding to their supervisor and ensure the area is secured while the situation is investigated. Question 2. How should a security guard respond to an imminent cyber attack threat on the facility's network? A. Try to counter the attack using their own knowledge. B. Shut down all computer systems immediately. C. Report the threat to the IT department and follow their guidance. D. Ignore the threat as it is outside the security guard's responsibility. Answer: C. Report the threat to the IT department and follow their guidance. The security guard should promptly report any imminent cyber attack threat to the IT department and adhere to their instructions, as handling such threats requires specialized IT expertise. Question 3. Describe the procedure for handling a bomb threat received via an anonymous phone call. A. Evacuate the building immediately without verification. B. Trace the call and try to identify the caller. C. Record details of the call, inform management, and follow emergency protocols. D. Disregard the call as a likely prank. Answer: C. Record details of the call, inform management, and follow emergency protocols. The security guard should carefully record the details of the bomb threat call, inform management or the authorities, and follow the established emergency protocols. Question 4. What actions should a security guard take when they suspect an employee is involved in corporate espionage? A. Confront the employee directly and to demand explanations. B. Discreetly monitor the employee and report suspicions to management. C. Immediately have the employee removed from the premises. D. Warn the employee to cease their activities. Answer: B. Discreetly monitor the employee and report suspicions to management. The security guard should discreetly monitor the employee's activities and report any suspicions to management for further investigation. Question 5. How does a security guard ensure the safety of a high-profile political figure during an unexpected visit to the facility? A. Request autographs and photos for personal use. B. Coordinate with the figure's security detail and follow specific protocols. C. Leave the safety responsibilities to the figure's security team. D. Evacuate other visitors to focus on the figure's safety. Answer: B. Coordinate with the figure's security detail and follow specific protocols. The security guard should coordinate efforts with the political figure's security detail and adhere to specific protocols designed for high-profile visits. Question 6. Explain the legal ramifications of a wrongful detention made by a security guard on private property. A. There are no legal ramifications for actions taken on private property. B. The guard could face charges of unlawful detention or false imprisonment. C. The guard will be immediately promoted for taking initiative. D. The detained individual must prove harm to have a legal case. Answer: B. The guard could face charges of unlawful detention or false imprisonment. Wrongful detention by a security guard can lead to legal consequences, such as charges of unlawful detention or false imprisonment. Question 7. What should a security guard do if they encounter a potentially dangerous situation they are not trained to handle? A. Attempt to manage the situation using best judgment. B. Immediately evacuate the premises and leave the area. C. Notify authorities or management and follow their instructions. D. Wait for a trained individual to handle the situation. Answer: C. Notify authorities or management and follow their instructions. In situations beyond their training, A security guard should notify the appropriate authorities or management and follow their instructions for handling the situation safely. Question 8. Describe the steps a security guard should take in case of a suspected gas leak within the facility. A. Ignore it unless there is visible evidence of a leak. B. Attempt to locate and fix the leak personally. C. Evacuate the area, report the leak, and wait for qualified personnel to handle it. D. Close off the area and continue monitoring without evacuation. Answer: C. Evacuate the area, report the leak, and wait for qualified personnel to handle it. If a gas leak is suspected, the security guard should evacuate the area, report the leak to the appropriate authorities or facility management, and wait for qualified personnel to address the issue. Question 9. How should a security guard handle a situation involving an aggressive and armed intruder? A. Try to disarm the intruder using force. B. Negotiate with the intruder to leave the premises. C. Lock down the area, alert authorities, and monitor the intruder's movements. D. Evacuate all other individuals and confront the intruder. Answer: C. Lock down the area, alert authorities, and monitor the intruder's movements. In such a situation, the security guard should lock down the area, alert the authorities, and keep the intruder under observation while ensuring the safety of others until law enforcement arrives. Question 10. What are the protocols for a security guard when dealing with a major data breach involving sensitive customer information? A. Try to fix the breach using their own IT knowledge. B. Immediately inform customers about the breach. C. Report the breach to management and IT department and follow their directives. D. Delete the compromised data to prevent further breaches. Answer: C. Report the breach to management and IT department and follow their directives. The security guard should report the data breach to management and the IT department and adhere to their directives, which may include preserving evidence and assisting in the investigation. Question 11. How can a security guard effectively manage a hostage situation until law enforcement arrives? A. Attempt to negotiate with the hostage taker. B. Take aggressive action to free the hostages. C. Secure the perimeter, gather information, and assist law enforcement upon arrival. D. Evacuate the surrounding areas and leave the scene to law enforcement. Answer: C. Secure the perimeter, gather information, and assist law enforcement upon arrival. The security guard should secure the perimeter, gather and relay critical information, and assist law enforcement upon their arrival, without directly engaging with the hostage taker. Question 12. Outline the procedure for reporting and managing an incident involving hazardous chemical exposure. A. Clean the exposed area and resume normal operations. B. Evacuate the area, report the incident, and seek medical help for affected individuals. C. Allow access to the area but warn individuals to be cautious. D. Take a sample of the chemical for personal analysis. Answer: B. Evacuate the area, report the incident, and seek medical help for affected individuals. In the event of hazardous chemical exposure, the security guard should evacuate the area, report the incident to the appropriate authorities, and ensure that affected individuals receive immediate medical attention. Question 13. What should a security guard do if they witness a colleague engaging in illegal activities on the job? A. Join the colleague to maintain team solidarity. B. Report the activities to management or law enforcement. C. Blackmail the colleague for personal gain. D. Ignore the activities to avoid conflict. Answer: B. Report the activities to management or law enforcement. The security guard should report any illegal activities witnessed on the job by a colleague to management or law enforcement to uphold legal and ethical standards. Question 14. How can a security guard de-escalate a potentially violent confrontation between two visitors? A. Use physical force to separate the individuals. B. Threaten the visitors with arrest. C. Intervene calmly, communicate effectively, and separate the parties. D. Allow the confrontation to continue to avoid involvement. Answer C. Intervene calmly, communicate effectively, and separate the parties. The security guard should intervene calmly, use effective communication to de escalate the situation, and separate the individuals involved to prevent violence. Question 15. Describe the approach a security guard should take when dealing with a vehicular accident involving a hazardous material spill on site. A. Take immediate action to clean up the spill. B. Secure the area, notify emergency services, and assist in containment. C. Direct traffic away from the accident without addressing the spill. D. Evacuate the entire facility as a precaution. Answer B. Secure the area, notify emergency services, and assist in containment. In case of a vehicular accident involving a hazardous material spill, the security guard should secure the area, notify emergency services, and assist in containment and evacuation procedures if necessary. Question 16. How should a security guard respond to a medical emergency involving a visitor who refuses treatment? A. Force the visitor to receive treatment. B. Respect the visitor's decision and monitor their condition. C. Ignore the visitor's refusal and call for medical help regardless. D. Leave the visitor alone to avoid legal repercussions. Answer B. Respect the visitor's decision and monitor their condition. The security guard should respect the visitor's decision if they refuse treatment, while continuing to monitor their condition and be prepared to assist or call for help if the situation worsens. Question 17. Explain the responsibilities of a security guard when managing a large-scale evacuation during a natural disaster. A. Prioritize their own safety and evacuate first. B. Assist in orderly evacuation, provide clear instructions, and ensure the safety of all individuals. C. Evacuate VIPs and high-profile individuals first. D. Leave the evacuation management to trained disaster response teams. Answer B. Assist in orderly evacuation, provide clear instructions, and ensure the safety of all individuals. During a natural disaster, the security guard's responsibility is to assist in an orderly evacuation, provide clear instructions, and ensure the safety and well-being of all individuals on the premises. Question 18. What actions should a security guard take when encountering a situation of suspected human trafficking on the premises? A. Immediately confront the suspects. B. Discreetly monitor the situation and report to law enforcement. C. Ignore the situation as it is outside their jurisdiction. D. Publicly announce the suspicion to warn potential victims. Answer B. Discreetly monitor the situation and report to law enforcement. In suspected cases of human trafficking, the security guard should discreetly monitor the situation and report their observations to law enforcement for appropriate intervention. Question 19. How can a security guard balance their duty to protect with the rights of individuals during a protest on the property? A. Use force to disperse the protesters immediately. B. Allow the protest to continue without intervention. C. Facilitate peaceful protest while ensuring safety and property protection. D. Detain protest leaders to prevent escalation. Answer C. Facilitate peaceful protest while ensuring safety and property protection. The security guard should balance their duty by facilitating peaceful protest, ensuring the safety of all individuals, and protecting property, while respecting the rights of the protesters. Question 20. Describe the appropriate response to a severe weather event threatening the safety of the facility and its occupants. A. Ignore the weather warnings as they are often inaccurate. B. Evacuate the facility immediately without a plan. C. Follow the facility's emergency response plan for severe weather events. D. Lock down the facility and prevent anyone from leaving. Answer C. Follow the facility's emergency response plan for severe weather events. The security guard should respond to severe weather threats by following the facility's established emergency response plan, which may include evacuation, sheltering in place, or other safety measures. Question 21. How should a security guard handle a situation where they are the first to respond to a severe fire emergency? A. Attempt to extinguish the fire single-handedly. B. Evacuate the area, alert the fire department, and assist in crowd control. C. Lock down the building to prevent people from entering. D. Take photographs of the fire for incident reporting. Answer: B. Evacuate the area, alert the fire department, and assist in crowd control. In a severe fire emergency, a security guard should prioritize evacuating the area, alerting the fire department, and assisting in crowd control to ensure the safety of all individuals. Question 22. What are the key considerations for a security guard when assessing threats in a high-tension environment? A. Focus only on the most apparent threats. B. Assess all potential threats, remain vigilant, and prioritize safety. C. Ignore minor disturbances to avoid escalation. D. Rely on intuition rather than established protocols. Answer: B. Assess all potential threats, remain vigilant, and prioritize safety. In a high-tension environment, a security guard should assess all potential threats, maintain vigilance, and prioritize the safety of individuals and the property. Question 23. How does a security guard manage a situation where a visitor makes a serious threat against another individual on the property? A. Dismiss the threat as unlikely to be acted upon. B. Secure the area, report the threat, and monitor the visitor's actions. C. Encourage the threatened individual to leave the property. D. Facilitate a meeting between the visitor and the threatened individual. Answer: B. Secure the area, report the threat, and monitor the visitor's actions. The security guard should secure the area to ensure safety, report the threat to the appropriate authorities or management, and closely monitor the actions of the visitor who made the threat. Question 24. Explain the role of a security guard in an active shooter situation before law enforcement arrives. A. Confront the shooter directly to neutralize the threat. B. Evacuate individuals if safe, provide information to law enforcement, and follow lockdown procedures. C. Continue with regular duties until law enforcement takes over. D. Arm themselves with available weapons to respond. Answer: B. Evacuate individuals if safe, provide information to law enforcement, and follow lockdown procedures. In an active shooter situation, the security guard's role is to evacuate individuals if it is safe to do so, provide critical information to law enforcement, and implement lockdown procedures to enhance safety. Question 25. Describe the protocol for handling a situation where a security guard is confronted with a potentially explosive device. A. Attempt to disarm the device based on personal judgment. B. Evacuate the area, inform authorities, and establish a safety perimeter. C. Move the device to a less populated area. D. Close off the area but allow normal activities to continue. Answer: B. Evacuate the area, inform authorities, and establish a safety perimeter. Upon encountering a potentially explosive device, the security guard should evacuate the immediate area, inform the appropriate authorities, and establish a safety perimeter while awaiting specialized assistance. Question 26. What are the legal considerations for a security guard using physical force to detain a person suspected of theft? A. Use any necessary force to ensure compliance. B. Utilize reasonable and proportionate force based on the situation. C. Avoid using any physical force in all circumstances. D. Detain the suspect without using any force until law enforcement arrives. Answer: B. Utilize reasonable and proportionate force based on the situation. When detaining a person suspected of theft, a security guard should use force that is reasonable and proportionate to the situation, ensuring not to exceed the legal boundaries of their authority. Question 27. How should a security guard react to discovering a covert illegal gambling operation on the premises? A. Join the game to gather evidence. B. Immediately shut down the operation and detain the participants. C. Report the discovery to management and law enforcement. D. Warn the operators to cease their activities. Answer. C. Report the discovery to management and law enforcement. Upon discovering a covert illegal gambling operation, the security guard should report the operation to management and law enforcement for appropriate legal action. Question 28. What steps should a security guard take when dealing with a complex situation involving conflicting eyewitness accounts of an incident? A. Choose the most believable account and disregard others. B. Document all accounts, preserve any evidence, and report to management or law enforcement. C. Ask bystanders to vote on the most accurate account. D. Dismiss all accounts as unreliable. Answer. B. Document all accounts, preserve any evidence, and report to management or law enforcement. In a situation with conflicting eyewitness accounts, the security guard should document all accounts, preserve any relevant evidence, and report the details to management or law enforcement for further investigation. Question 29. How can a security guard ensure the safety of minors in a situation where they are lost and their guardians cannot be immediately located? A. Escort the minors off the property to search for their guardians. B. Keep the minors in a safe location, attempt to locate their guardians, and notify authorities if needed. C. Leave the minors in a commonly frequented area and continue with other duties. D. Announce the minors' names over the public address system. Answer. B. Keep the minors in a safe location, attempt to locate their guardians, and notify authorities if needed. The security guard should keep lost minors in a safe and supervised location, attempt to locate their guardians, and notify authorities if the guardians cannot be found promptly. Question 30. Describe the process for a security guard to effectively handle a situation involving a mentally unstable individual making threats. A. Use force to subdue the individual immediately. B. Try to reason with the individual using logical arguments. C. Maintain a safe distance, communicate calmly, and wait for professional assistance. D. Ignore the individual unless they become physically aggressive. Answer. C. Maintain a safe distance, communicate calmly, and wait for professional assistance. In dealing with a mentally unstable individual making threats, the security guard should maintain a safe distance, communicate in a calm and non-confrontational manner, and wait for law enforcement or mental health professionals. Question 31. What actions should a security guard take upon discovering a breach of secure information within the company? A. Attempt to track down the perpetrator themselves. B. Notify management, follow company protocol, and assist in the investigation. C. Keep the information confidential to avoid causing a panic. D. Delete any compromised files to prevent further breaches. Answer. B. Notify management, follow company protocol, and assist in the investigation. The security guard should report the breach to management, follow the company's established protocol for handling information breaches, and assist in any subsequent investigation. Question 32. How should a security guard approach a situation where they need to enforce controversial company policies among employees? A. Enforce the policies aggressively to demonstrate authority. B. Refuse to enforce any policy that might be unpopular. C. Communicate the reasons for the policy and enforce it consistently and fairly. D. Allow exceptions to the policy based on personal relationships. Answer. C. Communicate the reasons for the policy and enforce it consistently and fairly. The security guard should communicate the reasons behind the controversial policy and enforce it consistently and fairly among all employees. Question 33. Explain the considerations a security guard must take when dealing with an individual claiming diplomatic immunity during an incident. A. Detain the individual regardless of their diplomatic status. B. Verify their status, treat them respectfully, and inform appropriate authorities. C. Allow the individual to act without any restrictions. D. Demand proof of diplomatic immunity and challenge their claims. Answer. B. Verify their status, treat them respectfully, and inform appropriate authorities. When dealing with someone claiming diplomatic immunity, the security guard should verify their status, treat them with respect due to their diplomatic position, and inform the appropriate authorities for further handling. Question 34. How does a security guard handle a situation involving a visitor experiencing a severe allergic reaction? A. Provide medical treatment beyond their scope of training. B. Contact emergency medical services and assist the individual within their capabilities. C. Advise the individual to leave the property to seek medical help. D. Wait for the reaction to pass without intervention. Answer: B. Contact emergency medical services and assist the individual within their capabilities. In case of a severe allergic reaction, the security guard should contact emergency medical services immediately and provide assistance within the scope of their training and capabilities. Question 35. What is the appropriate course of action for a security guard when they receive a report of stalking on the premises? A. Disregard the report unless there is physical evidence. B. Monitor the reported stalker and warn them about their behavior. C. Document the report, increase surveillance, and collaborate with law enforcement. D. Immediately detain the person accused of stalking. Answer: C. Document the report, increase surveillance, and collaborate with law enforcement. Upon receiving a stalking report, the security guard should document the complaint, increase surveillance and monitoring, and collaborate with law enforcement for appropriate intervention. Question 36. Describe the steps a security guard should take in managing a situation involving a suspected kidnapping attempt on the property. A. Negotiate with the suspected kidnapper. B. Secure the area, report the incident, and gather information while ensuring the victim's safety. C. Immediately pursue and apprehend the suspect. D. Announce the kidnapping attempt to alert the public. Answer: B. Secure the area, report the incident, and gather information while ensuring the victim's safety. In a suspected kidnapping attempt, the security guard should secure the area to prevent further risk, report the incident to the authorities, and gather information while prioritizing the safety of the potential victim. Question 37. How should a security guard handle a delicate situation involving cultural misunderstandings that lead to a heated dispute? A. Take sides based on personal cultural beliefs. B. Act as a mediator, acknowledging cultural differences and seeking a peaceful resolution. C. Ignore the dispute, considering it a personal matter between individuals. D. Evict all parties involved from the property. Answer: B. Act as a mediator, acknowledging cultural differences and seeking a peaceful resolution. The security guard should mediate the situation by acknowledging cultural differences, promoting understanding, and seeking a peaceful resolution to the dispute. Question 38. What are the best practices for a security guard in dealing with a situation where they are faced with multiple conflicting orders from authorities? A. Follow the order that seems easiest to implement. B. Refuse to follow any orders until the conflict is resolved. C. Clarify the orders with higher management and adhere to standard protocols. D. Follow the most recent order received. Answer: C. Clarify the orders with higher management and adhere to standard protocols. In situations with conflicting orders, the security guard should seek clarification from higher management and adhere to established standard protocols to ensure appropriate action. Question 39. How can a security guard effectively manage crowd control during an emergency situation without causing panic? A. Use force to quickly disperse the crowd. B. Communicate clearly, provide directions, and remain calm to prevent panic. C. Allow the crowd to self-manage without intervention. D. Use loud alarms and sirens to hasten evacuation. Answer: B. Communicate clearly, provide directions, and remain calm to prevent panic. Effective crowd control during an emergency involves clear communication, providing specific directions, and maintaining a calm demeanor to prevent panic among the crowd. Question 40. Describe the protocol for a security guard who suspects that an unattended package is a threat to public safety. A. Open the package to determine its contents. B. Secure the area, report the package, and wait for specialized personnel. C. Move the package to a more secure location. D. Dispose of the package immediately to eliminate the threat. Answer. B. Secure the area, report the package, and wait for specialized personnel. If a security guard suspects an unattended package poses a threat, they should secure the area to prevent access, report the package to the appropriate authorities, and wait for bomb squad or specialized personnel to handle the situation. Question 41. How should a security guard respond to an emergency situation where they must prioritize whom to assist first among several injured individuals? A. Assist the most severely injured first, regardless of the situation. B. Help the individuals closest to the exit to evacuate quickly. C. Assess the situation, provide assistance based on the severity of injuries and safety conditions. D. Wait for medical professionals to make the decision. Answer. C. Assess the situation, provide assistance based on the severity of injuries and safety conditions. The security guard should quickly assess the situation and provide assistance based on the severity of the injuries and the safety of the environment, prioritizing those in most critical need while considering the overall safety conditions. Question 42. What are the critical considerations for a security guard when engaging with an individual making irrational demands in a public area? A. Immediately detain the individual to prevent disturbance. B. Engage actively and try to reason with the individual. C. Maintain a safe distance, assess the threat level, and seek assistance. D. Use force to suppress the individual's actions. Answer. C. Maintain a safe distance, assess the threat level, and seek assistance. The security guard should maintain a safe distance to ensure personal safety, assess the level of threat the individual poses to themselves and others, and seek assistance from law enforcement or mental health professionals if needed. Question 43. Explain the legal and ethical implications for a security guard involved in a physical altercation with a suspect. A. The guard is legally protected under all circumstances. B. Potential legal consequences, including assault charges, unless the force was justified and proportionate. C. No legal implications if the altercation occurs on private property. D. Automatic dismissal from their position. Answer. B. Potential legal consequences, including assault charges, unless the force was justified and proportionate. If a security guard is involved in a physical altercation, they may face legal consequences, including assault charges, unless it can be demonstrated that the use of force was necessary, justified, and proportionate to the threat presented. Question 44. How does a security guard ensure clear and effective communication during a crisis situation with high noise levels and chaos? A. Use hand signals and pre-established visual cues. B. Shout instructions louder than the surrounding noise. C. Wait for the noise to subside before communicating. D. Communicate only with individuals who are calm. Answer. A. Use hand signals and pre-established visual cues. In a crisis situation with high noise levels and chaos, a security guard should use hand signals and pre-established visual cues to communicate effectively, ensuring that instructions are understood despite the challenging environment. Question 45. Describe the approach a security guard should take when they suspect that a minor is involved in illicit activities on the premises. A. Immediately confront and detain the minor. B. Observe discreetly, document the behavior, and report to the appropriate authorities. C. Ignore the activities as minors cannot be legally held responsible. D. Advise the minor informally and let them go. Answer. B. Observe discreetly, document the behavior, and report to the appropriate authorities. If a minor is suspected of being involved in illicit activities, the security guard should discreetly observe and document the behavior and report the situation to the appropriate authorities for further investigation and intervention. Question 46. What steps should a security guard take to ensure the preservation of evidence at a crime scene without contaminating it? A. Immediately clean the area to preserve the crime scene. B. Secure the area, limit access, and avoid touching anything until law enforcement arrives. C. Collect evidence items to hand over to law enforcement. D. Allow access but warn individuals to be cautious. Answer: B. Secure the area, limit access, and avoid touching anything until law enforcement arrives. To preserve evidence at a crime scene, the security guard should secure the area, limit access to prevent contamination, and avoid touching or altering anything at the scene until law enforcement officials arrive. Question 47. How can a security guard effectively coordinate with multiple emergency response teams during a complex emergency scenario? A. Take charge and direct all emergency response teams. B. Act independently without coordinating with the teams. C. Provide critical information, assist with logistics, and follow the lead of emergency professionals. D. Focus on minor tasks and leave major decisions to emergency teams. Answer: C. Provide critical information, assist with logistics, and follow the lead of emergency professionals. In a complex emergency scenario, the security guard should effectively coordinate with emergency response teams by providing critical information, assisting with logistics and crowd control, and following the directives of emergency professionals. Question 48. Describe the course of action a security guard should take when they witness an act of vandalism with significant property damage. A. Repair the damage immediately to maintain the property's appearance. B. Secure the area, document the damage, and report to law enforcement. C. Confront the vandals and demand compensation. D. Ignore the vandalism as it is already done. Answer: B. Secure the area, document the damage, and report to law enforcement. Upon witnessing an act of vandalism, the security guard should secure the area to prevent further damage, document the extent of the damage, and report the incident to law enforcement for investigation. Question 49. How should a security guard handle a situation where they must diffuse tension between two culturally diverse groups on the property? A. Take sides based on cultural affinity. B. Act as a mediator, acknowledging cultural differences and facilitating respectful dialogue. C. Evict both groups from the property to prevent conflict. D. Ignore the tension and allow the situation to resolve itself. Answer: B. Act as a mediator, acknowledging cultural differences and facilitating respectful dialogue. The security guard should mediate between the two culturally diverse groups by acknowledging their differences, promoting understanding, and facilitating respectful dialogue to resolve tensions peacefully. Question 50. Explain the process for a security guard to safely manage an evacuation in a scenario with potential active threats in the vicinity. A. Evacuate everyone in the direction of the threat for quicker resolution. B. Lock down the facility and wait for the threat to pass. C. Evacuate individuals to safe zones, avoid panic, and provide clear instructions. D. Allow individuals to choose their own evacuation routes. Answer: C. Evacuate individuals to safe zones, avoid panic, and provide clear instructions. In a scenario with potential active threats, the security guard should manage the evacuation by guiding individuals to predetermined safe zones, avoiding panic through clear communication, and providing specific instructions to ensure safety.